Did you all know that you can make your own condoms? Hear me out, all right? All you need are sheep intestines, a little bit of lye to treat it, and in the space of a few hours or so, you've got yourself a condom. Now, there's benefits of this solution, all right? It's biodegradable, it's made from locally available materials, long-lasting, it's reusable, it's effective. But you know, looking around this room, I don't see a whole lot of people eager to sign up for my homemade condom pilot program. So why not? Because nobody wants that. You don't want that. You don't want that. I don't want that. We have better quality solutions available in family planning right now. We can go out and buy commercially condoms of any shape, sizes, flavors, colors, you name it. We have these good quality solutions available. And everybody deserves access to quality. My name's Audrey. I'm the co-CEO of B-Girl. And B-Girl's a social enterprise that was founded with this belief that we all deserve access to quality. We don't actually work in the condom industry, but we apply this belief to our industry, which is period protection for girls and women. We distribute premium quality period protection products like period panties, menstrual cups, and more in emerging markets. We distribute both commercially in urban markets like Nairobi, where there is robust market activity. We also sell to NGOs and nonprofits, and they distribute free of cost to girls who are not participating in the market. They distribute to girls who might be in refugee camps, girls who are in very, very low income settings. And just like within condoms and this industry, there is actually a lot of innovation available within the menstrual protection space. So if I wanted to right now, I could pull out my phone, I could order beautiful period underwear with moisture-wicking sports fabric and technology from a lot of different sources. And at B-Girl, we operate with the belief that if anyone deserves access to high-performance moisture-wicking sports fabric technology, that it is a girl in a refugee camp. And we believe that development funds should be invested in getting that girl the best quality solutions that we have available on the whole planet. And I'm here today in the innovation zone, but to be honest, I'm tired of talking about innovation. Today, I want to talk to you all about quality. What does it look like to deliver quality at scale? I'm not saying that we don't need more innovation. We definitely do. But we also need to know the difference between when we invest in creating a new product, a new innovative product, and when we invest in creating access to the good quality solutions that we already have available. So instead of talking about scaling innovation, I've got 3 things that I want to share about delivering quality at scale. So first of all, to deliver quality at scale, we first of all have to understand our consumers. One of the sessions this afternoon is on business transforming development. And one of the ways that I believe the private sector can actually positively influence the public sector is through our understanding of consumers and our commitment to human-centered design methodologies. So back when B-Girl was testing our first prototype, it was a washable pad, some of our early product testers in Uganda shared a few important points of feedback with us. First of all, a lot of girls couldn't afford underwear, and so this pad design that attached to underwear, that didn't really work for them. Second, and they wanted us to know this, they did not like the color. This navy blue product, that color was not working for them. So as we were addressing their feedback, we did have to create a new innovation. The prevailing market option, a pad design that attaches to underwear, that wasn't working for our needs. And in the process of developing our solution, a 2-in-1 period panty with built-in menstrual protection, we took into account all of the feedback that they had. Just because our users couldn't afford underwear didn't mean that they didn't also care about the color of the product that they had. And often within the public sector, there's a focus on this first issue of function, but not necessarily on that second issue of preference. And that's for good reason. We have to take into account logistics, we have to take into account cost effectiveness. But for businesses, we are obsessed with the nuances of what our consumers want. If she wants a purple period panty, then she gets a purple period panty. And this is a process of prioritizing not just needs and limitations, but wants and preferences and lifestyles. We have to fully think of our consumers as three-dimensional people. We have to think of them as full individuals, not just beneficiaries. We need to truly believe that our end users deserve the same access to quality, or even better, access to quality than we do. Second, to deliver quality at scale, we have to understand demand. So be honest. Would you buy a homemade condom, much less use one? Can we reasonably expect anybody to? Really? Probably not. And so first of all, we have to have access to a good quality solution. We need good product market fit. But that's not enough. Anyone who has worked in reproductive health knows that just having access to good quality contraception is not enough. It doesn't mean that people will buy it. It doesn't mean that people will use it. And so we have to focus on demand. We have to focus on marketing, for example. Looking at the private sector, you can see that there's a balance of the investment in developing a new solution, in doing R&D, and in focusing on marketing the good quality solutions that they may already have available. This is from consumer goods companies. They spend about 10 times as much on marketing the products that they already have compared to developing new product solutions. And the good news is that marketing can be a powerful tool for social change. Do any of you remember this campaign, the Always Like a Girl campaign from a number of years ago? I'm seeing some nods. So Always, the sanitary pad company, they decided that they wanted to use their platform to instigate positive social change. And they knew that as girls hit puberty, that a lot of times they start to lose confidence. And they wanted to use their platform to change the way that people thought about this phrase, like a girl. And they also wanted to sell some sanitary pads. And it worked. Not only did this campaign have more than 85 million views on YouTube, I think it was some of you guys, I'm seeing the nods from earlier. This was across 150 countries. And their social change was effective as well. So after watching their campaign, the percentage of girls and women who had a positive association with the phrase like a girl, that jumped from just 19% to 76%. And for men who saw this campaign, after viewing it, 2 out of 3 said, you know, I would think twice before using this phrase like a girl as an insult. And while this campaign ran, the brand equity for Always increased in double-digit percentage points. And a lot of their competitors saw a decline. But we have to keep in mind, marketing can be used for negative social change as well. Some of you might know baby formula companies, for example, that have used their platforms to convince mothers, many of whom couldn't afford it, to shift from breastfeeding to using baby formula. And so, the lesson we take away from this at B-Girl is that marketing can be a powerful tool. We intentionally work with models of all shapes and sizes. We work with models who may face stigma in other parts of their lives, like those with vitiligo, the skin condition, or albinism. We combine cutting-edge marketing techniques, like putting period underwear on the runway in Mozambique. We combine that with opportunities for accurate information about the menstrual cycle, like a Q&A with a gynecologist. We do this so that we can use this platform to shift knowledge, attitudes, to affect stigma in a positive way, to do away with period stigma, and sell some high-quality period underwear. Third, and lastly, to deliver quality at scale, we have to understand supply chains. Supply chains. I know. As someone who's been working in global consumer goods for the last 2 years during a pandemic, I really wish we could stop talking about supply chains, but we have to. Because if you're talking about innovation at scale, if it's something you can hold, if this is a product, then innovation at scale is all about supply chains. At B-Girl, our products increase in price up to 40% because of import taxes. And even in countries that are tax exempt for period products, this often applies only to disposable sanitary pads. Our systems can be very slow to keep up with innovation. The public sector needs to embrace the realities of private sector supply chains. We have to understand production cycles. We need to stop placing the risk on the public sector. For example, a lot of nonprofits and NGOs may have payment terms where they only pay 20% down or they don't pay at all until delivery. And businesses are putting 50% down for their manufacturing. For a lot of small businesses, many of whom are on the forefront of global innovation, really thoughtful innovation, these can be prohibitive. And what if our innovation grants focused on how we operationalize an innovation? What if we identified local manufacturers who use good labor standards, provided unrestricted capital so businesses can produce enough inventory so they're not constantly rush shipping at the last moment? And I know that making adjustments to payment terms is not that exciting. It's not as exciting as something else you might have expected to hear today in the innovation zone, like, for example, tiny, disease-detecting robots made from the stem cells of frogs. Those are real things. You can look them up. But trust me, supply chains can be just as exciting as the frog bots. They can be. If we make even small tweaks to our supply chains and our procurement reform, this can be catalytic. This is how we get our best and our most exciting innovations to the largest number of people. And since we're in Washington, D.C., welcome to those of you who are from out of town. I figured I'd wrap up today with a short story about Congress. Senator Cory Booker from New Jersey. He's a major advocate for responsive and holistic global development practices. And if you're familiar with Senator Booker at all, you might know that he's not afraid to talk about love. He sees patriotism as love. He sees policymaking as a practice of love. He has said time and time again that the way that we build safe and thriving communities is from a place of love. Building safe and thriving communities, that's what global development is all about. What if, in our quest to transform global development, we did so from a place of love? Think about that. That's revolutionary. Imagine what we could achieve if we approached innovation, if we approached procurement reform from a position of love for the person who would be using the products and services that we're procuring. So I challenge you all today, anytime you come across a new innovation, ask yourself, would you use that innovation yourself? Ask yourself, do we already have a quality solution, and is the issue really access and not new product innovation? Ask yourself if you are really treating your end user with a position of respect, of dignity, and love. Thank you.